I want my classroom to be a place where my students want to be. They should be able to grow and develop safely within the classroom. I believe that teachers should be adaptive and well-rounded because not all students learn the same. Educators should go beyond the expectations in order to identify all students' strengths and weaknesses. In order to guarantee that my students feel comfortable in my class, I have a behavior management plan set forward that ensures consistency and makes students knowledgeable of what is expected in the classroom. When students have guidelines and structure, they are more likely to feel safe and supported because they know what is expected of them. I want my students to feel comfortable and confident in my classroom and know that it's okay to fail and try again. This can be accomplished by the physical design of the classroom. I love the idea of students' desks being in clusters to support and encourage social interaction as well as group work. I hope to encourage reading by implementing a fun and relaxing literature area for students to read during certain times of the day. As a community, we will listen to our peers, celebrate each other's successes, and encourage each other during our failures. I want my students to feel invested and take pride in their work. One way I can encourage this behavior is by displaying their work throughout my classroom in various ways. I plan to start off each day with a portion of my literacy block. I will split the 90 minutes up throughout the day to increase the total of effort given by the students. Early learners are not able to focus for a long amount of time. I believe children learn best through hands-on and interactive activities. When the students are engaged in the learning, they have a better understanding of the material being presented and are more likely to relate to the concept that is being taught. Creating a literacy block that encourages all of these components will make the student successful in the classroom. The morning work will vary from day to day and will sometimes be individualized to accommodate all students, including those who are struggling and English language learners. On other days, the morning work will consist of STEM activities, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and mechanics. These activities are more hands-on and incorporate different subjects within the work. These activities may also bring out unknown strengths of some students. Each day, I will begin class with a morning meeting at the carpet. The class will sing the good morning song to gain everyone's attention. I will then outline the day so the students know what to expect and can possibly prepare themselves for changes. At the beginning of each week, I will prepare a handwritten note to the class that pertains to the theme, subject, or holiday of the week. I will first read the note with a pointer and then have students echo me. Following our morning meeting, we will get up and moving by participating in a Go Noodle activity. The mini lesson will include a new skill or a review depending on the success of the class. Following the mini lesson is independent and partner reading. The students have books that are based on their skill levels. This allows students to work at their own pace and on their level. As we are learning this activity, I will select the spots that they will read in order to model appropriate areas of the classroom that are quiet and safe. After I feel that they understand this, they will be able to choose their own area around the room. Students choose books and are able to choose a new book at the beginning of each week. To assess the productivity of this activity, students will fill out a simple survey about their partner. The students start by reading individually until they are told to read with their partner. This will be explained and modeled for the first week. On top of this survey, I, as a teacher, will also be walking around monitoring the reading that is going on. After lunch and recess, we will gather back on the carpet for the teacher to read aloud a story. I typically will choose a book that is enjoyable or has a positive lesson involving character building. Before, during, and after the story, I will ask questions that the students may answer to practice comprehension and to get the students thinking. If we are reading a book for an extended amount of time, I will draw upon previous events for comprehension check. The final segment of the literacy block is stations. There will be 4 separate stations that each group will be assigned to. Groups will differ depending on the lesson and the day. They may be random or skill-based. Having random groups allows students who may excel at a certain skill to help those students who may struggle. Activities at the stations could include listening to reading, word work, or any examples that were found in Chapter 4 of the book. Although the teacher-led station will be consistent each week. During the station, I will be able to assess the understanding that students have on a particular mini lesson or any skill that has been taught. Having a center that is teacher-led allows me to work more one-on-one with students and find areas of improvements for future lessons or reviews.